Hello, my name's Simone and I'm a counselling psychologist, and there is an entire industry right now teaching you to become high value man, high value woman. And I want to say something that's going to sound a little bit like an overstatement until I show you through my research that it isn't. Now, the logic of high value is fascist. And I don't mean rude. I don't mean I disagree with it. I mean structurally, mechanically, in the most precise sense of the word, it runs on the same engine. Let me show you how. So start with the word value. It's not the same as worth, because value is comparative, it's positional, it's scarce. You can only be high value against someone who is lower value. So it has to be ranked, or the phrase is meaningless. And it's literally said out loud, like sexual market value, a market, which means that somebody has to be underpriced, somebody has to be outbid, somebody has to lose for the word to work. And any system that kind of sorts human beings into higher and lesser is not new. That is the oldest colonial move there is: superior, inferior, civilized, primitive, fully human and less than. It's just sort of rebranded as self-improvement, and then we start selling it back to the very people it grinds down. And I referenced a writer called Brian Pronger, who calls out the whole fitness project as body fascism. The body conquered, bounded, defended, optimized, walled off and made ever more efficient and ever more productive. See Diary of a CEO. And high value takes that exact logic off the body and then it applies it to the whole person. So your worth becomes an asset, something you accumulate, something to defend, and something that you can lose. So I'm not going to tell you it's cruel to the men who don't measure up, because we already know that. You've felt that. I'm going to tell you it doesn't work for the ones who win, because value is positional. There is no top. You don't arrive. The high value man is only ever high value against the next man, which means the second that he stops accumulating, he starts losing. He didn't win the game. He's actually got a life sentence of maintenance, which he can never put down. So the fortress is not a trophy, it's a cell that is built and sort of locked from the inside. And look at what he actually bought. He sort of turned himself into an asset, turned everything around him into a transaction. So partners become acquisitions, friends become the network, his own body becomes a stock to manage. And it's the one framework that can never, ever deliver the thing that is being yearned for, which is to be recognised and to be met. Because you can't meet an asset, you can only price it. So this high value man optimises his way out of the thing he very wants. And the winner is the absolute loneliest position in this entire structure. It's the most done to of them all, and he did it to himself. And before this becomes a video about men, right, let me hold up a mirror, because there is high value woman. And the version of this is wearing much nicer lighting. So become your highest self, know your worth, the morning routine, the optimized body, the wellness, the discipline, the glow up is the same engine, the exact same engine. She turns herself into a project to be perfected, which means she's also converted her worth into something rankable. and she is also at the end of all that optimizing an asset that cannot be met. Same fortress, just slightly different and better branding. So the distinction that this industry needs you not to make is that value is comparative, but dignity is not. Your dignity cannot be ranked. Your humanity cannot be transferred. You cannot be outbid on it. It's not a prize that you win against other people. And the fascist move that I allude to, the actual fascist move, is not in valuing people. It's converting your dignity into value, making your worth into something with a market price. Because humans were never meant to be high value. High value is just a kind of political cage. It's a corporate cage for the ones who win and a wound for the ones who don't. We were never meant for that. We were meant to be met as someone, not as a commodity or an asset to be priced into something. And no routine, no fortress, no market will ever give you that. Only another person can. And that is the thing they can't sell you. That is the thing that I want you to not forget. To love, to be in relationship, is an act of resistance. Okay, thanks.